What's going on, everybody? Hold on, we didn't got the mic together. We got to start.
Just took my shower, nice
Um,
and greased up.
we were putting some stuff together. So we here. Oh, let me. Oh, okay. Well, I ain't got no shirt on, but it's all good.
I got my off the shoulder dress today.
Oh boy, hold on. We gotta show so the YouTube don't think we out here just naked.
I'm not
Yeah,
naked.
just
I
show
got
it.
clothes on.
What's going on, everybody? What's up? What's up? What's up? We are Twin Flames Unite at it again. And if you don't know by now, I'm Chris.
And I'm Leisha.
What
up? What's up, peeps?
And this evening we have a very interesting topic. Wow, the lighting and everything is just beautiful
It's
right now.
really bright. Like I'm just
Like,
shining like a
what's
ball.
up, Marshawn's in the building? There we go.
Hello, Marshawn. You made it.
Yeah, she made it at the beginning. That's what I'm
Early.
talking about.
That's what I'm talking about.
So eager.
Love you, Marshawn. Hi, everyone. Who's this sweet, sweet tooth?
Sweet Tooth Boutique.
What's up? Who else we
Yes.
got in here? Let's see.
Let's see. We got a couple of people in here. You know, just shout out
Thank you.
where y'all are from. Just love. Oh, we love you too.
Thank you.
Good deal. Now, we talking about her hair or mine?
Oh.
You know.
My hair needs to be done over. I just kept down the road, did his hair.
All
Yeah.
right, y'all. This evening we have an interesting topic that we wanted to dive into because we want to help y'all become y'all's greatest version.
Right.
Okay, and based off of
Oh boy. Just
based off
eager.
of
It's just
yeah, you got
eager.
that,
Look.
that one just you know
Oh. I
flick it
can't
back
handle
over.
you sometimes.
But yeah, in light of the comments that have been coming in, which we thank y'all so much for, we have a realization, and it's even, I mean, we've had the revelation, but it's like sinking in even more because we are seeing our channel growing, we're seeing our social media growing,
Yeah.
and it is a responsibility for us to put out the best information to really help y'all.
Right. That's valuable and useful and helpful. So we have that responsibility
Mm-hmm.
to do so. We owe,
Yeah.
at least we owe it to you guys to give you the most valuable information that can help you get to your greatest and best version of yourselves.
And this evening, we're going to be touching on the subject of the law of attraction.
Yeah.
Okay? Because there's so many of us out here that are trying to manifest something, whether it be money, whether it be relationships, whether it just be new situations. We're out trying to manifest stuff, but there's a part that we're missing.
Something. It's just sometimes it works, sometimes it don't work. Something's just not catching all the time.
Right. And for that, we have to understand the law of attraction and how manifestation works. So, for those of y'all who are watching this that's trying to manifest your twin flame,
Oh boy.
I mean, hopefully this information really helps you manifest that twin into your reality, if that's in the cards.
And we got to go into manifesting and more stuff. It's here to come.
Yeah. So we're gonna dive into it. So first of all, what we're gonna dive into, and hopefully I don't talk too much on this one because I'm really psyched about this one because I want y'all to manifest your heart's desire. I want that for you. So yeah, let's get into it.
Somebody say I'm trying to call those things that be not
As though they are. Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Yep,
one
yep,
of the
yep.
keys. It's one of the keys right there.
One of the major keys.
It's a major key.
Yep. What's on that thumbtack on the wall?
Oh.
Okay. All right. So in order to understand manifestation, you have to understand the laws. And it's not these man-made laws that help us to manifest stuff. We're talking about natural laws.
Kind of like gravity, like stuff that just work whether things that just don't change, like you know how they change up these laws and legislative whatever statues. Like today, you can't sit at the front of the bus because what you look like. Then somebody do some kind of march, and then it changes, and now you can. See, not laws like that.
Right.
We're not talking about those type of laws. We're talking about laws that are consistent and are always there and always will be. Those type of laws.
Yep. And so if y'all are some of our day ones, like Marshawn's one of our day ones, you know, some of the natural laws, we're just going to jump right through it when we're talking about the 7 hermetic principles, okay?
Yep.
So when we talk about the 7 hermetic principles, just real quick, we want y'all to look into this for yourselves. We're talking about the law of mentalism. Everything starts in the mind.
Yep.
The law of as above, so below, as within, so without. If you look at the video 10, the power of 10, you'll see how the universe outside our earth actually mirrors the universe inside of our bodies.
Down to the little cells, the small cells in our body.
Yep. You have to understand the law of vibration, which is everything is in motion.
Yep.
Nothing is at rest.
Yep.
Okay. Understanding that the law of gender. We all have both male and female within us. And quick plug, the next webinar that's coming up is about balancing the masculine and the feminine within.
Energy. Yep.
See how I did that? And then the next one of the 7 hermetic principles is the law of correspondence.
Right.
You have to be in communication.
And that's what this is about. You know, giving more information as far as the law of attraction, and what's really missing is the correspondence. When you're doing correspondence, it's really not just with you alone. You know, usually when you corresponding, it's somebody else. You know, it's balance that takes place. So I think that's where a lot of people they miss that correspondence part in the law of attraction, and we're going to touch on that.
Yeah, we're going to touch on that, and just real quick, the last 2. Talking about the principles of rhythm. You know, everything has cycles.
Yes.
You have to figure out that cycle. You have to figure out those ebbs and flows, and when to do when stuff's going down, and what to do when it gets back up.
And then just learning the patterns of the moon, when it's good to do this, when it's good to do that, the waxing time, you know, you just got to work with nature, because it's funny how the animals know when to fly south or when to do. What happened to us? Why we don't know? How come we don't know? We just here and we just doing anything.
You know,
like we gotta get in rhythm.
Yeah.
You know, to work with nature so that nature can work with us.
Yeah, and you know what? Into the last one, cause and effect. That's pretty much self-explanatory. You do this, this happens.
Right.
And see, here's the thing about the law of attraction, because it never goes to the person that's the best at something. You know, it's all about those people who understand these laws. And you have people who understand these laws on both spectrum, on the dark side and on the light side. And that's how they're able to manifest. So you have to understand that it's not. And when it comes to manifestation, it's really not given to the swift.
Right. It's more about that balance. You know, balancing out that body, mind, spirit, getting everything to work together in harmony. Goes back again to that rhythm. You know, sometimes your manifestation might work, sometimes it won't work. Like Sadhguru, I love Sadhguru. Y'all gotta check him out. He is so hilarious. He made such a good point. He was talking about something, and he said that, you know, you got to think about it. We were given this avatar, you know, the brain and everything, this body, and it's like really high functioning. Like there are things that we can do with our minds and our body that we haven't really tapped into. It's really it's a beautiful thing, but we really haven't learned how to master it. So he explained this, like when somebody's trying to manifest or whatever, it's kind of like he gave an example of maybe like you having a really fancy car. Like think about you having a car, right? Just got this car, brand new car, really up to date, and you maybe a 2023 version or whatever, but you don't know how to.
2023.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah. You don't know how to use it, right? Everything is just so superficial. You just don't know. So instead of you taking the time to learn how to use it, you just going, maybe you might kick the pedal or something and hope something happens. It might move, it might not, you know, and that's how sometimes the manifestation works and sometimes it doesn't work, because it's like we are guessing and hoping and like mimicking and stuff, and not having the understanding and the overstanding for ourselves.
Right, right. And that's what we want to attempt to do this evening, is to not just give you the overview of what it means to manifest, because if you all are familiar with the secret,
Right.
which we got our kids watching right now,
Big up to the kids.
yeah, with the secret, that's giving you a broad understanding of how the law of attraction works. So this evening we're going to dive a little bit deeper into that. Okay.
So we're going to talk about how
Sorry,
do you
leg
connect,
itching.
right? As far as the law of correspondence, how do you connect to source energy? How do you connect to the universe? You know, to really correspond, not just throw stuff out there and hope something comes back. But how do you really communicate? You know, with the divinity.
Yeah, and you have to think about it like how. Okay, when it goes back when we talked about how certain people who are able to manifest is not always given to the person who's the best at something. It's all about who the universe chooses to give them their wants and desires. So how do you become one of the chosen?
That's interesting right there.
Yep. So one of the things you got to look into. Hold on, we got some notes here. I want to make sure I didn't miss anything. You try to respond. Okay, no. So we're going here.
Yep.
What? Okay, you messing me up. I'm sorry.
Always.
Okay. Okay. So you have to first recognize that what you're asking for, are you able to manage it?
Exactly.
Okay? Because we got so many. Okay. Perfect point. For people who win the lottery and they lose it.
How do they do that? All that money,
Like
millions of dollars,
millions of dollars,
and then it just
gone, poof. And even more, I was watching a video on T-Pain. Shout out to T-Pain, love you, bro. He told a story when he had $2 million, and he lost it in 2 years.
I thought it was 40 million. Wasn't it 40 million?
40
it was
million.
$40 million.
$40 million he lost in 2 years. How in the world do you lose $40 million in 2 years?
He put it in the wrong hands. That's what he did.
Right. So that means that there was he wasn't managing what he had.
Exactly. He did not. He probably didn't have faith in himself.
He didn't, because he had somebody else managing stuff for him.
And that's what we're gonna get to right now.
Yeah.
Can you manage what you're asking for? And a lot of us, we put out these big requests, send me the love of my life,
And
send me $1 million or a cell. Are you just putting out all these requests, but can you handle it when you get it? Is a big question.
Right. That is
Send me
the
my
thing.
twin flame.
Yep. You're asking, send me my twin flame. I'm ready. Are you really ready?
Really?
Are you, one of the things we're going to get into, are you actually showing love?
Ooh.
Are you really? I mean, not when people are looking. My baby was talking about a few minutes ago that it's the hardest thing to do is to be yourself when everybody is looking.
Exactly. And I have a quote that I wrote down. It says, success takes you where character can't sustain you.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
So we getting into some stuff. So in order to be the perfect vessel to receive your wants and desires, you have to get yourself in order. And
you have to also understand that it's not just only about you. Okay? It goes beyond, and sometimes it's above us. Right? It's above us now.
She's ready for the millions, not the twins.
Right.
For the millions too.
Sometimes it's above us, right? And what we do and how we manifest. And I think one of the things that we forget is the whole consistency. With what we do, whether somebody is looking or whether somebody is not looking, it's just that consistency.
Right.
That constant pushing out into the universe of love,
Mm-hmm.
respect, and all that goodness that comes with it.
Yeah.
So that when you send out your request, and when your request comes back to you, you're
Mm-hmm.
at that level, that vibratory level, to receive what you're requesting.
Right.
Because you don't want to send out a request all high and stuff, and then when the universe is trying to meet you someplace, you
Mm-hmm.
left.
That reminds me of the story that you said
Yeah.
a couple of videos ago. That if you go onto the top of the building and you throw a boomerang out, right? When you throw that boomerang, you know that boomerang is coming back.
Right.
But if you go down a couple flights, think, oh, I'm gonna get me some coffee and I'm gonna come right back.
Right.
Because I love coffee.
That's what be
but
getting us in trouble.
but while you going down getting your coffee, that boomerang's coming back and you missing
You
it.
gone. Where you at? You're not even there.
Mm-hmm.
You started vibrating low.
Yep.
So you got to be able to maintain what you're requesting from the universe, because it'll send it back to you.
Yeah, because you have to maintain it, and then this perfect point, hit it, baby.
You got to set it. You got to set it, and you got to let it go.
Set it and forget it.
Set it and forget it. Set your intentions.
Like a crock pot.
Just let it sit for the 8 hours at the crock pot. Just let it cook. Let it do what it got to do.
Yeah.
Because when you set your intentions and you do your manifestation and you continuously check on it, and it's like you set something and you go back to the universe like half an hour later, yo, what's up? You ain't hear me? Like, hey, what's up?
I asked for this.
Where is that?
I'm looking for a speedy response.
Hey, Jimmy put in his request after mine. How come he got his? I ain't got mine. What's up, universe?
And you gotta think about it, like it's like the rant that I did a few weeks ago about you can't have what you want. Okay?
And that was so deep. I think that went over some people's head.
Yeah. Because if, say for example, imagine this iPad, right? This one, well, it's not an iPad. It's just a tablet, right? Say I want an iPad, but I'm holding on to this old tablet that doesn't do a lot of stuff. Now, if I keep holding on to this old tablet, I won't be able to hold on to the new iPad. I have to let this down.
Put it down.
Free up my hands.
There you go.
So that I can receive.
There you go. So imagine that tablet as like a wanting. Like, that wanting. So the universe is trying to give you something, but you keep wanting. So you gotta set it and you gotta let it go, and just act like if you have already received. Be on that same frequency as if you've already have it. You keep moving on like you've already had it.
Yeah.
It's in your life. It's like almost like you gotta be what the Matrix would call it, a little bit crazy. Not a lot, just a little bit of ingredients, just a little bit of crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, and you know what? I also got to interject one other thing that we said in one of our previous videos before, and this goes out to our twin flames, people that are looking to gain love. You have to live your life as if the connection, the twin flame connection, will never happen, but keep the hope in your heart
alive. Keep it, because you're really connected when you really think about it.
Right.
You have a soul connection. That's the one of the best connections. I was looking at this thing on Facebook today with what's that boy from the Titanic? What's his name? Leonardo.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Like I think that sounds to me like a twin flame, if you ask me. Like
it is a twin flame story.
But the story, but his actual life, they did an interview with him, and the girl that he played the Titanic with, apparently that's the love of his life. He's been in and out of several relationships, and every time they do an interview and they ask him questions, he says that he has already experienced what it's like to know what it is to love someone forever. So he really don't care too much. The girl that he's in love with, the one that he played the Titanic with, she's in her third relationship with 3 kids. And they both say that, they cherish their relationship that they have, the friendship that they have. They cherish it more than anything. I don't know why they're not getting together, but it sounds to me like that could be some type of a twin flame connection.
Some type of
dynamic, because whatever they have, it's a lot deeper than just the
Kate Winslet.
Yeah, that's her name.
Yeah.
Whatever they have is so much. It's like on a deeper level, a much deeper level than just the mundane relationships. And however they're able to do it, they're able to sustain their outside relationships, but their relationship that they have, it's like none of the other relationship can really measure up to it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
and so for those of y'all who are jumping in, who hopefully, I think everybody was pretty much here from the beginning, but we're talking about manifesting and really making sure that you are prepared for what is coming.
Exactly.
Because if you're not prepared to take on the blessings that you're looking for,
right,
then they actually may just slip through your fingers.
They might just, they'll come and you won't be there to receive it. And another thing to manifestation, you have to literally become what you're asking for.
Say it now.
You got to become what you're asking for. So if you're looking for love, you got to become love. Right?
Yep.
You have to literally be on that vibratory match. So when it comes out, you're there to receive it, and not only receive it, but contain it. Because my baby gave a really good example today. We were talking about it, and look at you. And he was saying about how, you could be ready and willing to give someone something. Like, let's say, I need some water, I'm thirsty, and I come with my cup, but my cup has a hole at the bottom, right? And he's pouring the water in the cup. But my cup is not, the container is not equipped to catch the water, so it just right falls through. So sometimes when we put out our request for our manifestation, we're asking for stuff, we're getting it back, but we don't have the proper containers to contain our blessings that we're being received. So yeah.
And to Chronicles of a Skinny Gal. Oh, what's up, sis?
What's up, sis?
Yeah, it's. What we're talking about is easier said than done.
It really is.
I'll be quite honest.
It is.
It's easier said than done.
It is.
But once and that's the whole part of why we're here, because we're here to master ourselves, because we can't master our twin. We can't master our job. We can only master ourselves.
That's it, guys. You master yourself, and once you learn how to master yourself, it's not something that you're gonna just wake up one day and be like, oh, I'm gonna master myself. It doesn't work like that. It's something that takes, and that's why we said consistency is key. In anything that you do, consistency is key. If you continuously do something, where focus goes, energy flows. So if you continuously work on yourself genuinely, every day you have like a little ritual, a schedule that you do, eventually you're going to get better at it. Doesn't matter. And every journey starts with the first step. No matter how hard something looks, it starts with the first step, the first attempt.
And I think we covered this before, but I want to go a little bit deeper into it, which is the part when it comes to manifesting, you have to understand that it's not about you. It's not all about you.
Not all about you. You have to take into consideration, right?
All of the factors, because when you understand the unity in it all, you want to make sure that what you're attempting to bring from higher realms down into the third into the 3D, that it coincides with everything that goes into like the 7 hermetic principles that we were talking about. And if you don't know those, then you're gonna come up with some roadblocks. Because like even before we did this video, like I wanted to test myself to make sure that I'm on the level that I'm telling y'all to be on.
Right.
And I asked my baby, I was like, pull up the 7 hermetic principles. Let me call them out, see if I know them right off the top of my head.
And you did that. You did that.
You gotta. What they say, you gotta walk the walk and
you gotta walk the walk and you gotta talk the talk. You can't be telling somebody to do something and you're not holding yourself accountable for the same thing, because then what's the point?
Right.
So you gotta do what you say you're doing. So that's what we walking the walk also, guys. We're not just out here like saying fluff. Like, y'all should have seen us in the streets today.
We out here doing it.
We was in the streets today. Y'all should have seen us, man. We was really making changes. Like, you gotta think about it. When you talk about making change for yourself and for those around you, it's a big responsibility sometimes. Well, not sometimes, all the times. Because with us going through the process that we're going through, we talked about it in one of the other videos. It's like you got to stand up for some stuff. You have to put a stand. You have to. My mom used to say, you got to put your foot down with a firm hand. The lady was crazy. I'm putting my foot down with a firm hand. You know, you
boy.
got to do things and stick to it, no matter what the situation looks like. And you can't do stuff with fear. Fear
No.
is such a very low, useless vibration.
And you can't manifest with fear.
Oh, that don't even. If you're afraid, just don't even do it.
Yeah. And see that, and that goes into another part of this, which I didn't even really think about, is the mindset. Because, you know, so many people go to like seminars to be motivated and stuff like that.
Right.
And what happens is that a lot of people change, but they don't transform.
Ooh,
Okay?
that's
Now,
deep.
stay with me on this, right?
That's deep.
Because when you think about, say for example, water can change its substance depending on the temperature. Okay? Because if you boil water, you get gas. If you freeze it, you get ice. You know, and if you put fire to the ice, you get water. Right? It all changes depending on the circumstances. And so what we want to do is get y'all to the point where you're not changing, but you're transforming.
Kind of like when the cocoon.
Tell them, the butterflies are you, baby.
Kind of like when the cocoon doesn't stay there. It thinks that it's dying, right? Because it's in the cocoon phase. Like they're thinking that, oh my God, I'm about to die. I'm in a coffin or whatever. But it transforms, and when it transforms, once you transform from a cocoon to a butterfly, you cannot go back.
You can't go back
to be in a cocoon phase, because that's a phase. It's like growing up. Like we're adults. We can't go back to being a baby unless we go through that white light and come back. But that's another video.
Yeah. And see that's the key, because you have to transform. Wow, it actually goes back to biblical stuff, going back to the Bible stuff and preaching stuff. When they say have a renewing of your mind, a transforming of your mind, they didn't say anything about changing your mind. They said transform your mind. Because when you think about where we are now in the state that we're in, like we've gotten to the point where we're so quote unquote woke that we can't go back to what we used to do.
Really can't. It's like we're not diet woke anymore. Like we're woke. Like woke.
Like eyes open.
Like eyes wide open, woke, like wide open. And it's just the more you know, you just got to do better. And if you don't do better, then it's a choice. And we want to continue to grow and continue to evolve.
Yes.
So we're going to keep moving forward, and we hope that you guys can move forward with us also.
Yep. So yeah, we hope this information was helpful for you all. We didn't want to hold y'all too long because it's a simple concept that you really have to make sure that you are prepared to receive what you're asking for.
Yes.
Because if you cannot hold that cup of water, if you can't hold that love, if you can't hold and manage the money,
it's
not
gonna
get
just
it.
slip right through your hands, and then it'll be like kind of like pointless. Like today, we went to go handle some business, and baby always open the car door for me. Like I'm not even allowed to touch the.
Nope.
I can't touch
that though.
I open, close everything, and I really
stay on the inside of the sidewalk.
I gotta stay on the inside of the sidewalk. Like, it's just little things like that on a daily basis. I sat down to myself today, and I'm like, I really do sometimes take advantage. Like, not take advantage, but what's the word?
Take for granted.
Take for granted. There you go. I take for granted of what I have. And I'm gonna brag on my baby for a little bit, so just bear with me. I wake up to breakfast, breakfast made. I'm not talking about no regular breakfast. I'm talking about breakfast, like, fruits and, stuff like that, like good juice. And when I get water, he gets me alkaline water from the store. Make sure I have my water is it's just the things. And I've been doing this for a while now, and I feel like this is my everyday life. Like, so I'm not really, sometimes I guess the gratitude could be higher, if you know what I mean. And then I sat in the car today, I'm like, you know what? Damn, I got a good man. Like, this is like, I'm like, he's the type of man that most women would want to have, like, it's like a dream. Like, you know, you have this person in your mind that you're like, oh, I wish my the person that I'm gonna be with, I want him to do this, I want him to do that, and I would like for him to have this, I would like for him to have that.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like all those points. I mean, we're all human. We're not perfect or whatever, but
Yeah.
those points, they hit hard. Like those. I mean, I'm just like, wow. Sometimes I'm blown away. I'm like, wow, what did I do in life to
Yes.
deserve such a great human man, partner, friend? Like, it's just, gratitude. And then when I sat in the car today, and I was like, wow, I really do need to be more grateful. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and I am grateful. I'm not saying
Oh,
I'm not. I'm
hell
always
yeah.
thanking him, because sometimes he's like, babe, what you thanking me for? Like, because I
But
just
you,
want to be thankful more and show it more.
but I'm gonna tie that back around. Now, the love that I'm giving to you,
Mhm.
you're able to receive it and you're able to retain it.
Yeah.
And that's all because in the beginning,
Yeah.
before we even got together,
Yeah.
you prepared yourself for
I
that.
really did. I did a lot of healing. I really did.
No, I'm sorry. This may be too mushy for y'all.
Yes, I'm
I
sorry.
mean,
Yeah,
just
don't mind us.
don't mind us.
Don't
But
mind us.
it's more of showing you the possibilities
Mhm.
that when you prepare yourself
Right.
for what you've been asking for this whole
Right.
time, that it is possible.
Mhm.
I mean, there are things that we're still preparing ourselves for because we're
Right.
not perfect. We hadn't got there, you
Yeah.
know. There's still some things that we have to work on, and we're preparing ourselves so that when those blessings comes, we're
Right.
able to retain it.
And keep it. And that's why I said that story as
Mhm.
far as the retention. Like, when you get something, you want to be able to retain it and to treat it good and to nurture it,
Mhm.
because gratitude is, man, I can't even begin to say that gratitude thing. Like, now when I wake up in the morning, I have this thing that I do with the meditation, and to just stay in that place of that gratitude feeling. And it's weird
Mhm.
because, we go through stuff, we have like our little hardships and whatever.
Mhm.
However, though, I have noticed, I don't know if you've noticed this, but I've noticed this, that
Mm.
I'm much calmer. Like,
Mm.
doesn't
Oh
matter
yeah.
what the situation looks like. It just is like a kind of peace that you have within you.
Mhm.
And it just feels good. And then it's weird because everything kind of just works out in a
Yep.
crazy type of way.
Mhm. Yeah. And real quick, I see the comments about the webinar,
My
and
bad.
yes, the webinar is still available. There are a few seats left, so y'all may want to jump on it because I know we put an ad out for that.
On YouTube.
Yeah. So the spots are filling up pretty quickly, so you may want to go ahead and jump on that. The link is in the description. Oh wow, I just lost my train of thought.
It's
Okay.
okay.
But
Yeah,
the
God
link
was
is in
meant
the
to be.
yeah, the link is in the description, and what we're talking about here, part of preparing yourself is doing that shadow
Oh
work.
my goodness. Can't
Okay?
stress on that enough. Like,
Yes. Because doing that shadow work is part of preparing yourself to receive whatever blessings that you want.
exactly. So you don't self sabotage.
Mm.
And a lot
That's
of us,
talk on that.
I
Talk on.
know that it's serious, isn't it? A
Yeah,
lot
that
of
is.
us do that self sabotage thing,
Mhm.
not knowing it. It's not something that we do
Mhm.
consciously, it's our subconscious mind from,
Yes.
putting stuff away and not dealing with it, and then it, allowing it to manifest itself in different ways in our lives.
Right.
And that's why the shadow work is so important.
Very important.
So you don't do that self-sabotage stuff.
Yeah.
You start something, you never finish it. And you don't know why you're not finishing it. Or you might talk yourself out of something instead of talk yourself into doing something. And that all comes back from in the past of things that's manifesting itself now. You don't
Right.
know why.
Yeah, yeah. And yeah, I mean that's a part of what we want to help y'all in doing,
Yeah.
in clearing up these things so that it doesn't hinder you, because we would hate for you to do all of this work.
Right.
It's funny because somebody a few videos back somebody, I did all this work.
Right. And look, for nothing. I did all this work for nothing.
But
Yeah.
but yeah, we would definitely hate for you all to put in all of this work and putting everything into the universe to manifest.
Right.
But because your vessel, Well, and I don't mean just your body. I mean your
But the
mind,
three,
spirit.
the Trinity.
Yes.
How it is, body, mind, body, and spirit. The
Yeah.
Trinity. It has to have like a balance within those three for you to be able to receive what you're sending out. Somebody saying something I really need to do.
The shadow work.
You
Been
waiting.
waiting for. I don't know why. Oh,
Yeah.
now just love Jenny. Definitely, if you can sign up for that shadow work webinar, you can definitely do so. We do have a session on our site that we actually go through these steps, but it's a lot more than a webinar.
Right.
But if you need that assistance before September the 1st, definitely book that session, and we can still go through that work with you one-on-one.
Exactly. If that's what you feel that you need, that's why we're here.
Right.
We'd be more than happy to help out because we've done it ourselves. I mean, we're not telling you something that we haven't actually done ourselves,
Right.
and got that aha moment for ourselves. So that's one of the reasons why we wanted to even share it, is because it's worked for us.
Yes.
So hey, if it worked for us, I'm pretty sure it's gonna work for you.
Yeah.
We all got souls.
Yeah. We all got
Well,
souls.
most of us, you know.
Most, yeah.
That's another video.
Yeah.
But
And,
guys, you know we like our thumbs up.
Yeah, definitely give us that thumbs up. Let me just scroll through, make sure I didn't miss any comments or any questions. And if y'all do have any other questions, shoot them through real quick before we end this live. I'm just going back through to make sure I didn't miss anything. And is it in person? Oh, yeah, the webinar is
it's online. It's online. But we'll have a video chat, so if you want to turn on your video, you can. If not, it's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, go ahead and give us that thumbs up.
Yeah, give us that thumbs up. Definitely subscribe if you are new to this channel.
Welcome.
We thank you. If you are new to this channel, then you are a person that's seeking the truth,
right?
Which is so awesome, and we want to help you find the truth, or at least guide you to ways to finding your own truth, because we're not going to tell you what your truth is.
Right, everybody, the truth is something that has to be realized. It's not something that could be told, and sometimes we have different truths. Facts remain the same, but for each person, the truth could be different because of, our reality or perception, how have you.
Right.
But we definitely would love to help you find your truth.
Yes.
So, mind, body, soul. That's right, Marshawn.
Yeah, thank you, Marshawn.
Thank you so much. We love you guys.
All right, we love y'all. We are out.
Peace.